Hi, I'm Scott, and this is my wife, Cori and Zach, and we are sitting on a property that we purchased about 3 years ago, and what is turning out to be, and we hope will continue to be, a great adventure, and we would like to bring you along for the ride. I'm going to let my wife explain to you briefly why we're here, why we did this, and the main reason is sitting right between us here.
So we adopted Zach at birth, and at 1.5 years, we found out that he had Fragile X. Fragile X is the #1 genetic leading cause to autism. Because we were older parents when we adopted Zach, we were always searching for we searched for property for him because we knew he liked large animals. We thought, well, maybe some kind of farm type thing would be a great thing for him to do. So we searched in New Mexico, we searched in Tennessee, we searched here in California, and we found a property. And Scott's going to talk to you a little bit more about that.
So I just happened to stumble on this property. I'm a local realtor, and I found it, and I said, this is probably worth showing Cori. And I showed it to her, and she said the famous words, "I want it." Oops, maybe I shouldn't have showed it to her. So we bid on it, and we lost it 3 times. It came back on the market a 4th time after falling out of escrow, and I didn't even tell her we were bidding on it, but she found out it was on the market and called me one day. It's like, "Scott, Running Deer's back on the market." I said, "I know." She said, "Well, what are you doing about it?" I said, "I'm bidding on it." She was very direct in her directions at that time, where she told me,
"Don't lose it."
So I didn't. We closed on this property about 3 years ago. The escrow was pretty harrowing, and we'll have a video on that about later, but it's been an adventure, and 3 years later, we are probably about 4 to 6 weeks away from moving onto the property. And so what we're going to do is we're going to take you through our adventure, our errors. We're going to give you some kind of real quick history over the next couple videos on how we got here, and we're going to cover a little bit about having our ADU plans rejected, having a well turn out to cost 4 times what we thought it would, building a chicken coop, catching skunks by accident, and just the whole process of going through the planning process of building a house and getting out here. We've done downsizing from a 4,000 square foot house. We're in interim housing right now, and our ADU is 1,200 square feet. So you can imagine we're spending a lot of time deciding whose couch is worth keeping and which couch is worth throwing away. As many of you may know, is often the case with autistic children. Zach got a little bit bored with what we're doing, so he's off doing some exploring. But what we want to do is take you through what we hope is an adventure. We hope is a successful one. This is 11.5 acres. We're in San Diego, California. Our goal with this property was basically to set Zach up with something long after we're gone. He likes animals, and so do we. Unfortunately, Cori and I have a lot of experience with dogs. I have a little bit of experience with chickens. Hey buddy, come on back. A little bit of experience with chickens and ducks. But we plan to have goats, sheep, chickens, and pigs on this property. Go ahead, sit in bed. It's right there. Okay. Ow. Okay, you want to look at the camera?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's our plan. We don't know what we're doing. So we had 3 years. We were about 6 weeks away from moving into a property that we are super excited about. We love the house. We designed it together with an architect. We've built it as owner builders with friends helping. And what we're going to do with these first few videos is I'm going to walk you through the very harrowing process we had on this property, then how we came up with plans, how the city shot us down, how we are trying to build a chicken tractor, how I am successfully trapping squirrels and unsuccessfully trapping skunks by accident. And we'll kind of walk through all of this. Our first ride in a tractor we bought, got a UTV, and in about 6 weeks the animals start showing up. We are not ready. So you're going to get to go through and see some of our foibles. We hope it's fun, but we hope more than anything else, we're able to build some awareness in Fragile X and what Zach is doing, and help create an environment here where we end up in 5 or 6 years with 3 or 4 boys living on the property in the house we are currently building, working the land, working the animals. We decided to name this ranch, and we're welcoming you to the channel of Iron X Ranch. The reason is Zach, as we've discussed, has Fragile X. Iron is the opposite of fragile, and we want to show that we're building something strong and enduring for him. And also it so happens that we are 1 mile away from Iron Mountain in San Diego, so it works on multiple levels. So over the next couple of weeks, I will try and post a few videos. We are not great videographers. We are not great speakers. Hopefully we'll make enough mistakes that you can laugh at that'll make up for that. But I appreciate you watching. We'll try and keep them short. We'll try and keep them fun. And you can learn a little bit about the mayhem that goes on around us as we learn how we're going to get this little guy set up for a long time.
Little guy.
Yeah, he's not little anymore. You want to say goodbye, Zach? Can you look at the camera?
Bye.
Bye. All right. Thank you, everybody. We will talk to you later.
Bye.